I mean, like Peter Obi did say, he thanked President Tinubu for deciding finally to go to Benue, which is a welcomed one this morning. And we hope that the engagements he will have with the stakeholders in Benue will yield results. President Tinubu, as you go to Benue, please remember that Nema said over 1,000 households were displaced. What are we going to do to fix that situation and bring succor to those people? Also, I want the security agencies to be able to look deeply and look for the necessary intelligence to be able to bring the perpetrators to book. Is it that all of a sudden, these people that committed this dastardly act in Benue are spirits? There are no people that know them? Nobody has been able to reach them? No intelligence or reconnaissance has been able to reach them so we can bring them to book? What communities did they come from? Where they mobilized, is it that no intelligence has come out of there to be able to show that this was where they mobilized from? Have we combed all those areas up to Nasarawa to be able to ascertain what truly transpired? Then my last part of my analysis, I'm really sad that I'm beginning to see that some people on ground in Benue wants to make the president visit a jamboree. They want to turn it into another jamboree. Where will Nigerians or some people in Nigeria start to draw the line of sycophancy? Where? A president is coming for a very somber occasion. People are saying, let's come out en masse. No, this is not the time to do that. People's lives were lost. Let's turn it into a sycophantic activity. It's a somber occasion that the president is coming to find solutions to. This is not the time to play the hanky-panky of politics and sycophancy. This is not good for our country. So whoever is trying to turn this into a big jamboree, they should stop it. Stop dancing on the graves of people in Benue that died.
Agreed. Well, thank you very much for your submissions there, Rufai. I do think that at this point, this is cause for, if you can even call it that, some breathing space. 4 weeks, we've been looking at what's been happening in Benue, and this is happening, of course, against the backdrop of a lot of fear in these communities, people going to bed and not knowing if they're going to wake up the next morning. And that also has continued to echo for calls for the president to do something about that. And he is doing something. He's quite literally coming into these communities and speaking to the people with his own voice. And I think that on its face, this is something that should be commended. I think the people of Benue deserve the respect of the #1 citizen coming to their homes, into their communities and telling them, I see you, I have a plan for your safety, and it will be successful. I do think at this point, we have to sit back and see what the president is going to do, what he's going to say. But I do echo your calls, Rufai, and say that this should not be an opportunity for the president's visit to be politicized or for the actual narrative to change from where it should be, which is focus on protecting the people in these communities and making sure that the president comes through with real solutions. And there's going to be a list of things that people are going to be hoping will be addressed with the president's visit. Close to the top of that, there should be whether or not there is mutiny within the army, whether or not there are, as we heard over the last couple of days, members of the military who are not doing what they're supposed to do, which is, of course, securing the country and by extension, securing these Benue communities and the people. So we're hoping that the president will be able to target those issues and continue to deliver the lasting peace that every Nigerian deserves.
Absolutely, Adefemi. And just to buttress that, welcome news as well that the Senate said they would like to tag along and follow on this journey. I hope more members of the Senate do. And it's a show of what is possible when we have demonstrative leadership from the front. There's so many other ways that we can exemplify if the president is to take leadership in his hands in the way that he has done in this situation. How others in the corridors of power would also fall into line and copy and paste. So many other ways to look at it. But I also